Hey guys, it's Beauty by Day. In this video, I'm going to show you how to install a frontal lace wig. This wig is 22 inches. It's loose curly. It is from ULA Hair. I will leave all the information in the description below the video. They sent me a wig stand, a wig cap, mink lashes, and a gift type of note thingy, and instructions on what to put on the hair and how to handle the hair. So before I do anything, I'm gonna bleach the knots on this frontal. It's really fine. The lace is really thin and it's not really dense in the hairline, but I still want to get all of these black little dots away so it can look more natural. I'm using why can't I think of it? I'm using 40 Developer, and I'm using Quick Blue. Jeez, I could not get the name. But yes, I'm using Quick Blue bleaching powder, and I'm using 40 Developer Clear All. And I'm going to go in and get rid of these little black dots. Then I'm going to wash the wig. I'm going to use some shimmering lights. I'm going to sit it on the lace for about 5 minutes, and then I'm going to rinse and I'm going to let it dry. But before I do all of that, I'm going to let the bleach sit on it for about 20-25 minutes. Ooh, I never thought that I would be doing this again, but yes. So to put my wig on, I am going to gel down all of my hair in the front, and I'm going to apply the wig cap that they had in the bag. Then I am going to put some Got to Be Free spray on top, and I'm going to go under the dryer until it's completely dry. So that's the wig cap that I'm going to be using. I'm going to place it right over. I'm going to go over it. The reason why I put the gel on before I put the cap on, for some reason it just outlines my hairline perfectly. And then I just go back in with the spray to kind of seal it and make it dry fast. So I sat under the dryer and I also rinsed the wig out, and this is what it looks like after I bleached the knots. As you can see, it's kind of brown where the knots were bleached at, and this is the curl pattern. This is the loose curly curl pattern. So yes, now to fun stuff. So now I'm gonna cut my cap along where it's not stuck at. So it should be right outside of my hairline where I'm gonna cut. So here what I'm showing you guys is once you cut your cap, sometimes it tends to roll back a bit, and then the front of the cap gets light. So what you can do is take some of the free spray, spray it on your hand, and just dab it onto your cap, and it will turn back dark and dry in place. I don't know why it does that, but it does. And if you do not get rid of that line, you will see it in your lace. So just go over it lightly, because if you hold on it too hard and it gets too wet, your whole cap will roll back. So just put spray it in your hand and dab it, and then I'm just gonna go on with my blow dryer just to make sure that it's completely dry. So Seven just gave me a quick little beat. If you were watching my live, you was able to see the look from start to finish. But now I'm gonna start to apply my adhesive. But before I do that, I need to clean my hairline right in front of the cap with alcohol to get any oil, any residue, anything off of my face. So we're just going to clean, clean, clean. And then I'm also going to continuously clean my hands with alcohol. I don't want my hands to get oily or anything like that when I'm applying the glue. So I'm going to make sure my hands are wiped down with alcohol. I'm using Bold Hold Extreme Cream. This is like another one of my best friends. I love it. So I'm just going to apply 3 layers. After each layer goes on, I'm going to let it dry clear completely before I apply another layer. So here I am applying the first layer. So I let that dry clear. Now I'm going to clean my hands again, and I'm going to go in with the second layer. So now while the second layer is drying, I'm going to apply an elastic band on the inside of the wig. Now where you place your band is extremely important. Where your ear tabs are going to be on your lace, you're going to place the elastic band there, and you're going to sew right behind where your ears would be. This is going to help you have security, and it's also going to help you when you're laying your lace down. You don't want to have an issue with your wig slipping back or sliding. You can get the wig in position to where you want it to be, so that when you slide it to the front, it'll be in place without it falling. I always use an elastic band. It's a great method. You do not need to make it too tight. You need to make it just right so that it can hold your wig, and also it's gonna be good for when you use your combs in the back. So after your elastic band is sewn inside your wig, this is what it should look like. So before I apply the wig, remember we have one more layer that we need to put on. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put the last layer on. And of course I'm going to let it dry clear, and then we're going to put this wig on. So here we go. So you're going to turn the wig upside down, and you're going to place the elastic band on first all the way down to your nape. And then you're going to get your wig in position. You're going to make sure the elastic band is straight and it's not folded. Align your ears with the lace, and you're going to pull to the front until it is completely flat. It does not matter if you have hair that's coming all the way to your forehead, because you're going to cut that off. The lace is only going to stick where you have your glue at. Do not feel like you have to have it aligned with the hairline. Everybody's hairline is not going to match the lace frontal or the wig when you get it. You have to customize it. That's just how it works. So now I'm going to pull the wig down in the back underneath the elastic band and slide the combs in. I'm taking my tweezer just to make sure that the lace is completely stuck down. So now I'm going to pull all of the hair back, and I'm going to cut the lace, and I'm going to customize the hairline. So the hair that I'm pulling out is actually where the lace is not stuck. So I'm going to cut the gap right there, and I'm going to start to pluck the lace. If you start to cut your lace and there's still hair there, you're going to have little black hairs there. You're going to have little black dots. The cut is not going to look nice. So you have to make sure that you pluck the hair very fine or get the hair completely out before you cut it. So I plucked it and then I cut the lace off, and I'm going to continue to do that all the way down on each side. Some areas you might not need to do that, and some areas you might. Just make sure you take the hair out before you cut the lace off, and don't just chop the hair and the lace together, because then you're going to have to go back in and correct it, and that's annoying. So I took the hair down so that I can take hair out to customize the hairline. I don't really like baby hair. I like for it to look as natural as possible. I'm just really not a fan of baby hair. So I'm just going to take this out. I'm going to pin the hair away. And then after I do that, the way I pluck is I pull out that front, I part the front away, and then I pull it to the front and I pluck backwards. So when you start plucking, when you pull the hair in one direction and you tweeze in the opposite direction, it's going to make it fall in the way that you're pulling. So it's going to naturally make the hairs lay along your hairline. If you just pluck them, one, you don't want to rip the lace, and two, you don't want to take all of the hair out. So I always hold it, and it doesn't take a specific hair out in particular. It kind of does it sporadically, and it just falls really, really, really natural. So I'm just checking from time to time to see how it's coming along, if I like how it's looking. So that side is done. I'm going to move over to the next side. So the part that I took out, I'm kind of used to doing it, but the front, that piece that I took out, you can kind of see the part is still there. I'm going to pull that piece to the front like I did with the other side, and I'm going to pluck towards the back. I'm taking my wide tooth comb now, and I'm going to just comb out all of the hair that I tweezed. It's not the hair shedding, it's the hair that I just plucked. But it was not that much of it anyway. So here it goes, guys. This is the loose curly frontal lace wig, 22 inches from ULA hair. I added an elastic band. I added 3 combs to the back. And I really like it. It looks really natural. I really like the curl pattern. I would recommend you guys look into this. I will leave the information in the description bar. And I also did a nice little cute half up, half down with the hair. I'm really liking the way this hairline is looking though. So for the half up, half down, it's really simple. The wig is on, so you just got to make a ponytail. And I'm going to use a little bit of the hair from the back of the ponytail to do a little wrap around. And there you have it. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Add 7 Nose on Instagram. He's in my makeup. And add me on Instagram, Beauty by Day. And I will see you guys next time.